Hey guys, we take a real close-up look at the Spellcasting Oracle cards by the two authors Flavor Kate Peters and Barbara Meiklejohn-Free. This is a 48 card deck with a guidebook. So this is what the front of the box will look like. It's got this nice sort of witchy theme towards it. It's quite foggy. So it's got a nice design and pretty much that's the way the cards will be. So underneath the box, you got the name of the card, the authors, Hay House Publishing, and as well you get this nice little reflective effect on the spellcasting wording. And this is what it will look like by the side of the box. What's a nice little touch is when you open the front box, inside there is your first spell casting to kick things off, which is nice. You can pause the video to see what it says. So overall you get the cards and you get your booklet. Now these deck provides a lot more than just guidance, but opens the doors to your inner witch. It's basically oracle cards with spell casting harnessing the natural magic to enhance your life. Now the cards normally come plain, edged is in white, but I've decided to edge my one in green just to match the overall theme of the cards. So it looks really nice. And the back of the card, the design is absolutely amazing. I mean, so much detail. If you look at it, you've got the pentagram in the center there with the tree of life sort of like grown in between and around it with elements of nature around and what seems as though sort of like illumination of the moon in the background, which looks absolutely fantastic. The card is a matte finish. You could see here very closely and you get an idea of the artistry and the design overall, which is very nice. The card stock is on the thin side, but I have to say the quality overall is excellent. Durability of these cards is wow, second to none. It's really good. These cards will last you a very long time. They're very sturdy and very flexible. And this is what it looks like in your hands. I have medium-sized hands, so it fits fairly nice, and as well they're easy to shuffle with, so you get this nice sort of glide towards them. Very nice. So we're going to go straight into it and look at the cards, and if you want to see things about what you get in the book, that will be at the end of the video. First off, our first two cards is the animals and answers. Now these will be in alphabetical order according to the book. So this is the top view of our first two cards. Again, you get this nice sort of foggy sort of theme, which gives it that kind of magical sort of essence towards it. Very nice. Mixed of colors, elements of light. Really brings the card up to life. It really looks amazing. And there by the side, I don't know if you could see, you've got the elements of directions as well there. So that is our first two cards, animals and answers. Very nice. Next two cards, we've got beauty and we've got blessings. The artistry is absolutely phenomenal. Top view of the cards. And then I'll give you a closer look at each of them. So beauty there. If you look at that one, it looks as though it's going to be a male figure. You won't quite sure, but if you look in the mirror, you could see the female reflection image being reflected on there. So it's like, yes, outside you may not look so perfect, but the inner image is beautiful. And then you get your blessings there, counting your blessing, and you could see the illumination of the light really strong, sort of like bursting out of those cards. Our next two cards is boundaries and Korea. Again, the coloring, very nice. Artistry is beautiful. Top view of the two cards. And then we'll zoom in at each one of them to give you a closer look. So boundaries. Let's see, shield, around, protected, the crown chakra as well. Very nice, the sort of like the imagery in the forest as well, that looks great. Here we've got Korea, and if you look closely, you've got the ladder climbing up the tree, which is like a nice sort of like touch, you know, you're going up the ladder of your Korea. These are our first two cards, very beautiful. Our last two sets within this group is clarity and closure. Really love that closure. The colors, vibrancy of it, amazing. So this is the top view. And then we're going to zoom in and have a closer look at them. So we've got clarity there, crystal ball, and you could clearly see through it all the various different colors and energies and what's going on. And wow, look at this one. So much vibrancy going on in here. A gateway, well, doorway, a person's coming through. These are our first sets. Here we have our second set. We've got commitment, and then we've got compassion. Let's have a look at the top view of these two cards. Very nice. I'm going to go into a zooming in and give you a closer look. Our commitment card. Very nice. And we've got a compassion person. It's as though they're giving warmth to the planet. Our next two is confidence and courage. Bottom view of the two cards, and then we're going to have a top view of the two cards. Very nice colors, image. Closer look at the confidence card. So much going on in here. It's really booming with, well, I guess beaming with confidence. Wings all open up and ready to take off. Then we've got the courage card here. Imagery of a lion representing the courage, and then you've got kind of like the fiery elements in it as well. Very strong, empowered card there. Beautiful. Our next two, we've got dreams and empowerment. I really like that dreams card. The purple, various amounts of purple going on in there. This is the top view of the two cards. I'll give you a closer look. Dreams. Just look at the artwork on those cards. Painted. Seems like it's painted on. Very beautiful. And then we've got empowerment there. You could tell she gives that essence of feeling empowered. Very nice. Our last two parts of the set, family and fertility. Again, beautiful artistry, beautiful colors and design. They really tell a story in itself. Top view of the cards, and then we go into the zooming in. Just look like the detail of it all. Family, hand in hand. Into the new moon. Purpley, you got various different violet and purple colors going on as well. Everything here is kind of like fertile, is alive, is you could see the joy in her face. Beautiful sets. Let's have a look at our next set. I mean, they get even more vibrant, and the artistry work is, I can't emphasize how just beautiful these cards really look. So we've got financial health, and then we've got finding. Let's have a look. Top view of the two cards. Looks very nice. And let's zoom in into the financial health. I like this card. It reminds me of my money tree. So it's like comes across as a bonsai tree, and you got various sort of like things happening or flourishing around that tree. Yeah, money tree to me. Healthy, sort of like financial. And then we've got here, it looks as though she's found herself, or she's happy and has found herself and is happy knowing who she is. You got so much sort of lighting and going on there. Very nice. Our next two is forgiveness and freedom. Very nice. Top view of the two cards. Then we'll dive right in and have a closer look at the forgiveness card. Standing in a lake, looking at waterfall. It's as though they feel at peace. That's what I get for the imagery. Wow. The clouds, the design of the clouds there. Absolutely amazing. Caged up. Wow. That's a very nice card. Our next two is friendship and good luck. I don't know how it's coming across on the camera, but for me personally, the bright light that just like is beaming out of the imagery is wow. Top view of the two cards. And then have a closer look at the friendship card. You see various different, what seems like sisters celebrating, gathering together, face of joy of being content and happy. And then here you've got this is an amazing image. I mean, look at that. It looks so realistic, and the lighting as well popping up. The cut there, see, as though they've discovered a pot full of treasures. Good luck card. That looks amazing. So that's our two cards there, the friendship and the good luck. And our last two part of these set is grieving and happiness. And again, the image, oh my God, really sort of like indicates or dictates, shows you exactly the energies of those cards, and the meaning of it really fits the picture. Here we've got the grieving. It's like so they're going through a grieving process, a couple of people. You've got various things happening in there. Imagery of the past, movement of the butterfly. And then here, the happiness card, which is my favorite card out of all of them cards within this deck, is just absolutely flourishing with just so much beautiful colors. It really gives you that sense of what it feels like to be happy. Let's have a look at our next set. Close look at our two cards. We've got healing, and then we have home. Nicely illustrated. Top view of the two cards. Let's go right into the healing card. It has that essence of healing. It looks as though the green candle there, indication of that. And then we've got the home. Nice, lovely home in the middle of the forest, flourishing around nature. Our next two is inspiration and justice. Top view of the two cards. Let's have a closer look at our inspiration card. That's very nice. I mean, completely different. Wow. I really like the way the light beams out of those imagery. It's absolutely amazing. I got that justice card there. She's holding two scales, the indication of justice. They're lit up with energy of essence. Our next two cards is life purpose and lighten your load. Wow. Top view of the two cards. And then we'll have a closer look at the life purpose. With this one, you've got a tree centered, which I guess represents your life or how it's flourished and grown. And then you've got sort of like the sun in the background there, I suppose. New direction, new steps to take. And this image is just absolutely amazing. I mean, the heavy load of the world on your back. Yeah, it seems as though he's holding the sun, which isn't that bad. But the earth in itself is just such a burden. Lighten your load. Amazing. Our next two is love and manifestation. Top view of the two cards. The manifestation card is the overall theme of this deck. What you will find in front of the box. Love. You can feel it. I mean, just look at that imagery. She's holding what, I think it's a crystal, rose quartz, I think. Not quite sure. And then here we've got manifestation, where in the forest, new moon, casting spells. Powerful card. Let's move on and have a look at our next set. Here's our next set. Wow. The imagery really pops out in these sets. We've got new beginnings and we've got passion. My goodness, that passion is blinding. Have a look at the top view of those two cards. Then we'll go right in and I'll give you a closer look at the new beginnings. And I guess it's a doorway into a new life, into a new dimension, a new place. New beginnings. Very nice card. And this card, oh gosh, believe me, it is exactly like the way you're seeing it. It's so bright, so much fiery energy. Great with sort of like highlighting the feeling of passion and the power of it. Next two card, we have peace, and then we've got prosperity. Again, these imagery really kind of highlight strongly the wording of both of the cards. Top view, and we're zooming in into peace. The whole color scheming of it, the white, clouds. I consider clouds, fluffy white clouds, to be at peaceful. She looks all heavenly as well. You've got the dove there. Very nice. And then the prosperity. Wow. I mean, what better way? I can't think of a better way to actually highlight that. Where it's like coins. It's just sort of like flowing down. Coins are just dropping down all over around her, glittering in gold. Very nice. We've got protection, and then we've got psychic abilities. Top view of those two cards. Very nice. A closer look at our protection card. Imagery of what seems like a mother who's very protective, holding, it could be Mother Earth, very protective of the planet. And then here we've got the psychic abilities, the opening of the third eye. You've got various different symbols if you could just kind of see going around, happening there. Various different channeling and connection. Psychic ability and protection. Our next two card, we got reconciliation, and then we've got the spirit guide. Top view of the two cards. And then we'll go right into the reconciliation card, which looks fantastic. It's like the coming of two, connecting again, joining in one. Then again, the highlighting you've got the moon, the full moon there in the background. Sort of like universal here, spirit. One dimension and another, it seems. The spirit guide. Very nice cards. And here is our last set of the deck. We have strength and travel. Top view of the two cards. Very subtle. Nice art. Nice design. Closer look at that strength card. I know it seems very blurry, but that's the way the art is, and some of those imagery, again, giving it that sort of magical essence and feeling towards them. Travel card. Night. Yeah, you got the sun there. That seems at the very end. On the boat. Traveling through. Nice card. We've got talent, and then we've got the beautiful transformation, dictated by showing the butterfly. Various different colors, spots and designs on it. It's a very beautiful card, that one. Closer look at the talent card. See here, talented ballerina. Dancing. Power of light glowing, highlighting her, how talented she is. And you've got the butterfly here, various different transformation happening, stages, forms. Next to is truth and trust. Top view of the two cards. A closer look at our truth card. Mirror reflects who we truly are. Our next card here, looking out. Winged angel. I guess they're looking at believing and releasing and trusting in the divine and the source. Our next to last card is well-being and willpower. Top view of the two cards. Closer look at the well-being. You could see the lady there lying down on the grass. And she's glowing. I don't know, there also seems to be another imagery in there, another person possibly with her. So like relaxing in nature. This one here looks very nice, holding off the earth and the moon balancing. Very powerful image. So there we go, guys. That's the whole entire deck set. And in this section here, I'm just going to show you pretty much what it looks like in the book. So we've got our happiness card, my favorite card of all, which looks absolutely fantastic, the design and everything. And in the book, so I'll give you an idea of what meanings for each kind of breaks it out. It's exactly the same. So you'll have the wording of the card. You've got the magical guidance. What the magical guidance does is give you the general essence and meaning of what the card means. So here it talks primarily about, you know, how to obtain happiness, what you need to do, how to find various different happiness. It gives you that general sort of like understanding and guidance. So there's quite a lot of information in there in terms of the meaning of that card that you would pick, and it's exactly the same for the whole entire deck. And then underneath here you've got the additional part, the part that makes this whole deck kind of like unique and special, is the spell incantation that you get with each cards. So here it's giving you an example of what exactly to do, on what days to do it, what you need, and then here you will have the spell written out for you to chant. It breaks it down to the various different stages of how to follow it through and what you need to do, which is absolutely great. And again, it's like this for every single card within this deck. So you get complete full instruction as to what to do. And then the last part of it is the magical meaning, which is kind of like a breakdown of various different messages that card will pretty much be telling you. You know, various different events that's upcoming, maybe it's good news. So in relation to, you know, sort of like general small meanings to look out for or to relate to. So that's what everything looks like in general. And in the book itself, you do get your various different contents. You've got interpretation of each cards in alphabetical order. You've got a working spread, single spread, or 3-card spread to work with. And specifically for this card, you've got the pentagram spread. It goes into details about how to cast your spell, or explains the magical direction and elements and connection with nature, magical days of the week, which one is more powerful. You've got the moon phases as well to work with, and again in detail as to what it's like to do a spell. So you get plenty of information in this deck. And I use this from time to time because, you know, not only do I like to have guidance towards what I'm doing, but also to try and enhance it even further. So hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Look out for the next one. Thank you.